with a time of 79 hours, 30 and a half minutes. Your winner of the Hands on a Hyundai 2026. Bring it on, the Jacob Smith!
I'm Lori Melton with First Community Bank. I guess it was probably about 20 years ago when we went, let's start this crazy contest. This event hadn't been done in 13 years. People start with their hand on a vehicle, and basically they stay until the last one wins the car. 5-minute breaks every hour, 15-minute breaks every 6.
As Grant and I were walking one morning, we both obviously had a love and a passion and a care for Conway. We're like, what can we do to really do something big? Like, what's something that we can, like, is it a race? Is it a contest? Is it a, and then we just kind of landed on this. I'm like, man, that was so much fun. Do you remember when we used to do that? Start talking and budgeting and getting people involved, and the next thing you know, it's all come together. And Hands on a Hyundai came back, and an amazing event that it was, and a great partnership between us and First Community Bank and Grant and I, and it's just been a blessing to be a part of.
Every contestant has a story. Every contestant has a why. But the biggest thing is everybody becomes the biggest family. Toad Suck is 40 years old. It's entertainment. It's toad races. It is a craft fair. There's something here for everyone. So the energy of the festival really pumps up the contestants and keeps them going. Jason Beck had been in the contest and his mother both before, so I had known them, but it's been a long time. I ran into him, of course, at the contestant meeting, didn't get a chance to talk, but the night before, when we were setting up the event, he was there checking out his pit area, and at that point, he got to give me an update on his life about being in recovery and what, the 15 years that I'd missed. And he told me, his goal was to get the word out on recovery and how to do it with God, that saved his life.
I was drinking a half a gallon of whiskey a day. I'd already been to the doctors. They had said it was going to kill me. The last 5 years, it had got to where I'd have to wake up at 3 in the morning and have a half a pint. If there wasn't a half pint there, I would have to go to the emergency room that night. I mean, the emergency room knew me well. If I didn't have alcohol, I had to have medicine from an emergency room. So I ended up going to Natural States Detox and ran a blood pressure of 220/200 for 4 or 5 days straight, and had decided that I was gonna die there sober, or my blood pressure was gonna come down and I was gonna leave there sober. I left there sober and I'm sober today.
I started traveling out of high school doing electric work, traveling from state to state, and had no accountability. Had no one watching over me anymore. One of my best friends in school, he had left us from a fentanyl addiction, and that didn't pull me out of the ditches. I was still stumbling. The painkillers, the fentanyl, the opioids, anything like that. I remember waking up in a bathroom in Colorado, and my boss and the police were there, and they sent me back to Arkansas. And that was kind of the first time I really opened my eyes to, okay, something's going on, something's wrong. I may need a little bit of help. So I got a job. That was easy. Nobody knew what was going on. After being addicted so long, of course, not paying your insurance on your truck, not paying your taxes, they snowball. Very soon I realized that the bridge going over to Bass Pro was my new home for about 8 months. And it finally took a friend of mine, Brett Sellers. Not only did he come and pick me up and get me out of that dark hole I was in, but dropped me off and took me where I needed to be. The ranch was a year-long program. I took those 9 keys to success that they provide you with and just tried to start living it out. All the men there are graduates. The staff there are all graduates, and they've been through the same things you have. So them being there and knowing that nothing they have is theirs, that God will sustain you and get you through whatever He leads you to, is just such a big testimony to be around those guys. And it's unheard of. And knowing that those guys now are, to me, are I will say, other than my wife, those guys they're my everything. I mean, they're so important in my life. I couldn't do it without them.
I posted on Facebook
I've seen that.
that I wanted this contest this year to be about God and recovery. And I'll be honest, at day 3 or so, I felt like I failed at that and hated that I made the post because I didn't accomplish that. I didn't realize what God was already working on and had it planned.
I see out the corner of my eye 20 guys with Renewal Ranch shirts running toward the tent. They crossed the railroad tracks, was saying, "Go Jacob, go Jacob." And then they led a prayer. The prayer was for both contestants and for whatever the outcome really needed to happen would happen. There wasn't a drama in the house. And Jacob was sobbing. It was just a really raw moment. It was raw for everyone under the tent, where it all came together, where you knew, okay, this program saved his life. You could see it in his face. Immediately after that, Jason Beck called me over. He actually asked if he could sing. And the next thing I knew, he was gone. It was very obvious what he was doing as he was giving that vehicle to Jacob Smith. I had to literally put my hands on his face and say, "You just won." And he said, I did. At that point, tears were flowing. Family flooded the tent. Everybody was a winner here. Everybody was a winner. God was there. It was the most impactful, emotional moment possibly of my entire life.
I just knew that this ends with disappointed people and happy people, and I was looking around and trying to figure out how this could end with the most happy people, and so that's what I came up with, and it seems like everybody's happy, so that's good.
It takes somebody with a big heart, you know. I knew whatever was fixing to happen, especially when the guys come in and the prayer, I know God's sovereign and He's in control, and whatever happens is going to happen.
To anybody struggling or with addiction or anything right now, I would just beg them to reach out to someone. People hold on for so long trying to control something that they can't, and it just becomes more wild and more wild. And if they'll just let go and let God, it's easy.
I hope that someone else sees this wherever they may be in life, whatever struggles they may be going through. I promise you, we still got struggles ahead of us. But I hope that they turn to the right place for sure. I hope that our words and the moments that have been captured the last few days don't fall on deaf ears.
If one person, stepped away from addiction or stepped into a life with Christ, that this was all worth it, and I think it's been worth it.
First Community Bank, we believe it's important to give back to the communities that we serve, and coupling and pairing up with Chris Crane Hyundai to bring back a beloved event at Toad Suck Days with Hands on a Hyundai is just another shining example of two organizations coming together to do what's right for the community. At First Community Bank, we're here for you.